Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It? I post this series every single Wednesday where I'm chatting over new makeup releases. I'm going to let you know what I'm eyeing, possibly what I'm planning to skip over. I do have a playlist with all of my different Will I Buy It videos in there. I will leave that linked, and I also started the community playlist quite a while ago. So for any creator who makes this style of new releases video, they can add theirs to the playlist if you want to catch what a bunch of different people think about all of these different products. I don't feel like I have a ton to chat about this week, which is maybe a good thing because these videos always tend to get very long. I feel like I'll probably find some way to make this a longer video too, but I was going through my folder and I didn't think that there was too many to talk about. I was actually going to film this video a little bit earlier. I typically film for this series on Monday so I can have them ready to go Wednesday morning. I am going to be traveling this week, so when you see this video, I am actually in Florida right now, which is very nice to think about as I look outside at the cold Iowa weather. So I was actually going to film for this on either Saturday or Sunday, but I was going through my folder then. I didn't feel like there was a ton to chat about, so I was like, well, I'll just wait till Monday like normal, and I still don't feel like a whole lot got announced in that time, but that's okay. We still do have some new releases to talk through, so why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, so last week we didn't have like a new release from Colourpop to chat about, besides they had a few Ulta exclusives come out, but this week I have two different things to talk about from Colourpop. That's just the way it goes. So first up, they are launching new concealers. This is under their Pretty Fresh line. So they recently launched the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. They had a primer with it and also a setting spray. They are now launching the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealers. These are going to be $9 each. Reading off the Trend Mood 1 page, it says creamy, lightweight, full coverage, a fresh natural finish that lasts all day. It's supposed to be super blendable. It has hyaluronic acid and coconut water, just like the other products in the Pretty Fresh line. It is available in 30 different shades. I did get these concealers sent over to me from Colourpop. I have a couple different posts on my Instagram. I can link them. I did one video using the concealer in a few different ways, kind of as like spot concealing than I did under my eyes, and I actually used two shades for contour and also bronzer. Everything's going to be on the Colourpop website on November 5th, so I will have this link down below. The concealers are going to be $9 each, and again, like I said, they have 30 different shades and there's 3 different undertones. They have a warm, a cool, and a neutral. I just got these sent to me from Colourpop late in the week last week, and so I wanted to test them out as quickly as I could to try to get some sort of thoughts on them. I've only used them 2 times now, once for that Instagram video and then another time also, and they weren't quite as hydrating as I thought that they were going to be. I actually found them to be a little bit on the drying side, which I don't prefer concealers that are a little bit more drying or a little bit harder to blend. So I don't know, I was just thinking with the claims on this, I thought it was just going to be a little bit more of a hydrating concealer. Again, I've only tried them a couple times so far. I'll definitely try them out more so I can actually give a full review on everything. I will do, I want to do a YouTube video also so you can see me applying them on camera here too, so I can get some more thoughts on them. I didn't love the first Colourpop concealer that came out, the No Filter concealer. Wasn't really a fan. I know a lot of people were a fan. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to be thinking about this one. I did recently also review the Tinted Moisturizer from Colourpop if you want to see my full thoughts on it. I included it in my latest ranking new foundations video. Even though it's not technically a foundation, I use it as a complexion product, and I thought I could just give my review on it since I've been trying it for a while. So I will link that video down below, but these concealers are going to be available. Again, I'm still trying to get a review together for it, but just right off the bat, I wasn't like, yes, this is going to be my new favorite concealer, but you know, it's hard to judge when you only use something a couple times. So I definitely want to keep trying that out. Oh, I did want to say I did film this look also. Oh no, this is going to be a future video. See, since I'm going to be gone, I'm kind of filming in a crazy order, but this is going to be a Friday's video. So if you want to see that get ready with me, that is coming on Friday. So, but that is the first release from Colourpop. You have to let us know if you are interested in grabbing those concealers. And then I just saw this today. They have another collaboration that they are doing. I have so much dry shampoo in my hair. It's like ridiculous. I thought it was like sticking up alfalfa style, but yeah. also doing this collaboration with Ponies Makeup. This is the Biddy collection. It's inspired by Bubblegum Pink. In here we have Super Shock Foursome for $20. There's an eyeshadow palette for $14. There's some Ultra Blotted Lip Trios, a Super Shock Cheek for $8. The full collection is going to be $90, or you can get everything with the PR box included for $97. It's going to be available on November 7th. So I thought it was interesting, the collaboration with Ponies Makeup, because she also recently did a collaboration with MAC just a few months ago. Looking at the collaboration, everything kind of has, like, it almost has like the like cutesy and fun feel to it. The palette does look really pretty. It looks like we have some glitters in there, which I know not everyone has been a huge fan of. I don't know if there's really anything in this collection that's totally screaming my name and I'm feeling like I have to have it. I did just purchase the Smoke Show palette from Colourpop, which I'm very excited about. I've been meaning to order it forever. I was having some issues with my Colourpop account and couldn't get into it, and finally got into it. So it's actually supposed to be showing up today. So I'm excited to test out that eyeshadow palette. And I did also just make a purchase with the Sephora sale, the holiday bonus event. So my haul will be coming probably, the package is going to arrive while I'm gone, so I'll be filming as soon as I get back for it, and I'll try to have my haul up as quickly as I can. But I did purchase a few things from Colourpop, and I'm not overly familiar with the Ponies Makeup. I recognized her name right away from the MAC collaboration, but so not super familiar there, and I just didn't feel like looking at the promo photos that there was anything that I was like, I have to have this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with my Smoke Show palette and the new goodies that I picked up from Sephora. One of their sister brands is Fourth Ray Beauty, and this is their skincare brand. They are extending their hyaluronic acid hydrating line. So we have the Hyaluronic Hydra Duo, which has the Rainfall Serum in there, and this is an already existing product being re-promoted. There's also the Waterfall Gentle Tonic. It says alcohol-free gentle toner with hyaluronic acid and cucumber water infused with willow bark. Leaves your skin soft and with a clear complexion. They also have the Soak It Up Hydration Hyaluronic Mask. It can be used as an overnight mask or a rich moisturizer. And they have a couple different tools like the Opal Roller. I've tried a couple products from Fourth Ray Beauty. Some things I like a lot, some things I was just kind of like meh about. I do like their face milks that they came out with. I was trying a couple of them recently, and I've been like, overall I feel like I hear pretty positive things about the line. I really do like hyaluronic acid. I do have to say also the packaging on all of these three, like that light blue, I think is really beautiful. The toner actually sounds like something that would be interesting to me. I've actually been trying to find a few toners that would really kind of target what I need for my particular skincare. I have the Fresh Hydration Rose Toner, but other than that, I haven't really experimented or used a lot of toners. There's also been really interested in getting one of the rollers. I see a lot of people use them. I see them a lot on Instagram, and it's kind of one of those things that I'm like, is it really beneficial, or is it just kind of like that fun thing for Instagram videos? I don't really know. Do you guys use them? I would love to know your feedback on them. But I hear they're supposed to be nice, especially to kind of like really like target the skin, like really get the skincare penetrated into the skin, if you will. And that sounds interesting to me. So Fourth Ray Beauty is also, you know, on the more affordable side under the Colourpop umbrella. So I'm kind of curious about it because I've looked at some other ones online and they just seem kind of pricey, and for like not really knowing if I need it, like, I don't know, but kind of eyeing those two. Some tags on this eyeshadow palette coming out from Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership VI Divine Rose eyeshadow palette, and I was getting a couple comments from people. I believe it was in my like Sephora recommendations wishlist video. I had a few different palettes I was talking about, and some people made comments to the Rose palette from Pat McGrath, and I was kind of like, what's going on here? This one does say it's an online exclusive through the Selfridges app. Selfridges. I feel like I'm not saying that correctly. I feel like I know how to say it in my mind, and as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound correct. It says from shimmering champagne hues to glittery bronzes and matte nudes, there's a shade deeply dramatic, for deeply dramatic and sparkling looks. It is $120. So that's very expensive. But I was reading through the comments and some people are saying like it's not even going to be on the Pat McGrath website. Like it is like truly exclusive to Selfridge. So that's interesting. I don't want to spend $120 on an eyeshadow palette, not gonna lie to you. I did just purchase one of the mini Pat McGrath palettes, the Sublime palette, and I mentioned that one in my Sephora video. It's 5 shades for $28, which is, I mean, it's still like pricey and everything, but I don't know, you guys know, I'm more with the minis. It makes me a little bit happier and all of that. So I don't feel like I need this. It does look, it looks pretty and everything, and I know reading through the comments people are saying like the shifts in here are so beautiful, but I just don't feel like I need it. There's some new brushes that are available from Milani, and these look really pretty. I don't know what it is, brushes always catch my attention. I'm always like, ooh, brushes, and especially when they're sparkly brushes, I'm like, ooh, sparkly brushes. Like I said, these are from Milani. It says 10 sparkly brushes, face and eye brushes, and you get 10 of them, and it is for holidays. Ooh, it says this is the Luxe brush set for $69.99. That seems higher than I was thinking from Milani. Like, they are very pretty and everything, but I don't know, I guess a $70 price tag for 10 brushes, I was not expecting that from Milani. You get the roll and you get the case, and like I said, they're very fun. When I am purchasing brush sets, I really try to make sure I want a lot of the brushes that are going to be in there. When I was first building out my brush collection, I was a little bit more lax on this because it was like, I only owned like 3 brushes. So I was like, yeah, the more brushes, and I was, you know, kind of experimenting and finding what I like for preferences, what I like for eyeshadow, what I like for highlighter, what I like for blush, and all of that. So it was easier for me to purchase, especially like larger brush sets, because I was, you know, kind of finding my way and building up my collection. But now I have such a huge brush collection, I really try to be more aware. And, you know, if there's a set that really screams my name and I feel like I'm going to use like all the brushes or the majority of the brushes, I'm more okay with it. But especially sometimes when we get into like 10 brushes, I just feel like I can see a handful in here that I'm like, probably not going to use that one. We also have some new releases coming from OMA Beauty. They are releasing their new Brow Fro collection. It says it's a whole new category for the brand. It's inspired by the 1970s in urban America. Brow Fro, it takes cultural cues, and I just can't speak today. That's what I decided. It's what's happening. Takes cultural cues and inspiration from iconic 70s trademarks like Soul Train, Disco, and the iconic Afro. So the brow collection includes, and there's going to be 6 different shades in each one. There's a Brow Fro to Go, $26. It's a 3-in-1. One side you have the triangular shaped brow pencil. The other side has a spoolie, and then the middle part is a sheer cream formula. There's also the Brow Fro baby hair for $22, a high precision ultra fine brow pencil, and it has a spoolie on the other side. That would be what I would be most interested in. That's kind of like what I like for my brow pencils. And then we also have Brow Fro Blowout for $22. Lift and fills brows. It's a long wearing volumizing gel pomade. Available now on the OMA Beauty website and also November 8th at Ulta Beauty. So just a new brow collection coming from OMA Beauty. I have tried a couple products from the brand. I do like the, they have matte lipsticks. I have the shade Maya, and I think that one is very nice. I've tried a couple other products from them too. I think the lipsticks is what I like the most. I actually just got some new brow products. I've, oddly enough, have been able to do some like brow campaigns, like working with some different brands over on Instagram for some different brow products. So I've actually been testing out different brow pencils and some other products with them for the past couple months here, which has been really cool. And now the photos and the campaigns and everything is starting to go live, which is fun. So I've got a couple new pencils and some that I really do enjoy, which is very exciting for me, because I feel like brow products are something that I tend to get like stuck in a rut, and I just do the same things over and over again. A lot of Benefit. I go through a lot of the Benefit brow pencils and all of that. Prices are a little bit higher. OMA Beauty, when I was trying some of their products and I was purchasing from Ulta, I realized that they do have a higher price tag. So there's that. If I'm going to try anything from the line, it would be that baby hair pencil, the ultra fine brow pencil. That would be the one that would most call to me. So I was excited to see that Kathleen Lights is getting ready to launch Lights Lacquer. So Kathleen, she is one of my favorites here, and she used to have KL polish. I actually have some KL polish on my toes right now. I purchased a bunch of those nail polishes when she came out with it. I used to actually do this thing where I would go to the nail salon and I would have them put tips on, and then I would go home and paint my nails. Like the nail salon thought I was like the weirdest thing in the world, but I just had so many polishes and I really enjoyed the colors. And at one point I had like, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 10 polishes from KL Polish, and I really wanted those like particular colors on my nails, but I was also able to remove the polish after like a week and then put a different color on, and I liked that versus like when you get your nails done at the salon, it's, you know, it's like impossible to take off that polish. I would use so much KL polish, it was kind of crazy. These days, these are just my regular natural nails, and I just do the dip powder at the salon. But KL polish did close down, but Kathleen is now getting ready to launch Lights Lacquer. And so this is her new nail polish brand. The first collection is going to include going to include 6 different shades, and everything's going to be available November 7th online at Lights Lacquer. So I'm going to be really excited to see what shades that she is launching with. I'll be curious to see if maybe she'll bring back some of like the really popular colors from KL Polish, and if she'll incorporate those into Lights Lacquer and all of that, because there was some really beautiful shades that she came out with. But I'm excited to see her do it again because I felt like KL polish was a really good nail polish. I'm not someone who tends to get like overjoyed by nail polish, even though like I like painting my nails, I like having my nails done. There's not a lot of nail polishes that I'm like, you guys should try this one and you guys should try that one, but that's how I felt with KL polish, because it just felt like it was a really well done nail polish formula, if you will. So I'm excited to see her doing it again. She actually has Lights label also, and there is a pair of earrings on the website that I go to at least once a week to see if they are back in stock, and they are still out of stock. They're like little moons with like some stars, and there's little dangly things, and I want those earrings so bad, and they keep being out of stock. So I'm watching and waiting for that to come back. But she does have some other like apparel, accessories, and all of that, and then Lights Lacquer is going to be coming very soon. So you'll have to let us know if you are going to be grabbing any of the polishes that will be coming out there. I think that this is kind of a fun thing. Covergirl is coming out with a new foundation. I did learn when I was in New York, I was actually able to visit the Covergirl Times Square store. It is really cool. If you guys are going to New York, I highly recommend you go to the store in Times Square. It's 2 levels, all Covergirl. Like every single shade of like every product they have is in there, and they have different like apparel and accessories in there too. And it was just like a really fun place to be. A bunch of different like photo opportunities and all of that in there. But when we were talking to the gal, she mentioned that they are coming out with a new foundation, because I did confirm that the Healthy Vitalist Elixir is being discontinued. And it was so funny because she was saying like she would get emails from people like, is this line about to be discontinued? Like it's either going on sale or we can't find it anymore. And she's like, yes, it is being discontinued, but a new foundation is coming. And I was like, I'm one of those people that is so sad, because I loved the Healthy Vitalist Elixir foundation from Covergirl. So I am so bummed that it is officially going away. But they are launching this new foundation. To me, it doesn't sound like it's going to be super similar to the Healthy Vitalist, but you know, it's a new one. So this, let me tell you, is the Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation by Covergirl. It has coconut milk and aloe extract. It says gives a dewy finish, gives your skin the moisture boost, lasts all day long, blurs imperfection, and creates a more even skin tone. It's supposed to be light coverage, and it has a natural finish in 14 shades. There is a pre-sale going on right now on Amazon, so I will link that. It's going to be officially available December 15th. So I'll have to see. sometimes I do get PR from CoverGirl, so I might get this one to test out. You'll have to let me know if you'd want to see some reviews on it. I'm curious to try it out because I tend to like the CoverGirl foundations, and you know, I'm really thinking of the Healthy Vitalist Elixir and all of that. That one was more of a like a medium, even like medium buildable coverage foundation. It was really nice and natural though. This one is supposed to be more of a light coverage. There is only 14 shades, and so when I first saw the photo I was like, oh no, this might not be a great thing. But typically if something is more of light coverage, a lot of times you don't see the shade range as expanded. I think it's a little confusing reading the trend mood because it does say dewy finish in one line and then a natural finish on another line, so I'm not really sure what that is supposed to be, but it sounds very you know, moisturizing and all of that. So it makes me wonder if it's going to almost feel, especially with some of the ingredients, the coconut milk and the aloe extract, like it makes me wonder if it's going to be kind of like a skincare hybrid type of foundation. I don't know. I think some of the claims are pretty interesting on it. I'm curious myself to try this one out, so I have to let us know what you think about that one from CoverGirl. I did also want to say, because I've talked to some of you guys in the comments, but our confusion of is that Healthy Vital is being discontinued, and it is. Very sad about that. Some tags on the holiday palette that's coming out from Zoeva Cosmetics. This is the Precious palette. So this is a 6-pan palette. You have 2 mattes and 3 shimmers. It's going to be available November 12th online at Zoeva Cosmetics. I do like smaller palettes and mini palettes and palettes with a few less shades in there. So six shades. I do think that these are pretty. Sometimes 6 can be like not quite enough. I think like my real sweet spot with eyeshadow palettes is 9 pans, because when I look at this I do think that it's very pretty, but also my mind kind of draws a little bit of a blank. I don't have a very visual mind when it comes to, I don't know, makeup and I mean just other things in general, but I don't have a really visual mind in that sort of sense. So when I look at this I just kind of am like, feel like I can do pretty things, but I'm not exactly sure how to put them together myself. I mean, I watch a lot of tutorials, I look at a lot of photos on Instagram to try to get inspiration and to follow along and all of that, because I kind of have a hard time coming up with things myself. So I do think that the palette does look very pretty, but I don't think it's something that I need to run out and just grab. We do have some new releases coming from Lisa Eldridge. So she's coming out with some new lipstick shades. These are the True Velvet lipstick colors. They're going to be $26 each. There are 6 different shades, or you could also get a set of 3 lipsticks in a velvet bag, and that is going to be $75 each. There is also the Irresistible Pinks collection, which you can get a few different shades in there also. There's a makeup pouch available for $18, and the pre-order is going to be November 3rd online at Lisa Eldridge Makeup. So again, I will link that in my description box. I haven't tried anything yet. I see a lot of my friends on YouTube get really excited for these releases, and I've seen swatch videos on the lipsticks and everything. I haven't purchased anything yet myself, but I feel like I hear really good things about the lipsticks. So you'll have to let us know if you tried them out or if you have any favorite shades. I did purchase a few new lip products in the Sephora sale. I'm not gonna lie, I purchased a couple things. So I don't think that I probably need another new lipstick, but some of the shades, like some of those nudes, they do look really beautiful. And again, I do hear really good things on the formula, but I'll probably be passing over those from Lisa Eldridge right now. Speaking of very large palettes, Morphe is coming out with a new palette. This is for holidays. This is their Electric Nights palette. It is limited edition. So we have the 39L Hit the Lights palette for $42. They also have some other items in their holiday collection. We have a 6-piece lip collection, a glam brush and sponge collection, an eye brush collection. So there's just a bunch of different brush collections here, but also that eyeshadow palette. It's going to be available November 7th online and in stores. So I'm just not a fan of 39 pan palettes these days. I mean, even 30. I didn't get the So Jaded palette from Colourpop and Kathleen Lights when I ordered the Smoke Show. I just got the Smoke Show palette. I just don't reach for bigger palettes as much, and I'm just afraid that I would buy it and then it would just kind of sit there and not get a lot of use out of me. I would not get a lot of use out of it. I ended up not grabbing that one even though I was making my order from Colourpop. So definitely a 39 palette. I'm just not gonna use it. I just feel like when they get this big, it just kind of is overwhelming to me. I much prefer a smaller palette these days. So I will be skipping over that one. I did see that Physicians Formula has another CVS release. So last week I was talking about, oh, it had like a super long name and it kind of rhymed a little bit, but it was really beautiful. To me, it looked like the Huda Beauty new nude palette, but it was from Physicians Formula and it was at CVS. I believe it was $17.99. And I said that I thought that one was really pretty. So now we have another palette that's in CVS. This is the Gold Vault 24 karat Gold Collagen Face Palette, and it's going to be $18.49. It looks like you also do get a mascara in here too. Looking at the swatches and just kind of looking at the palette in general, when I first saw it on the Trend Mood page, like before I'd even clicked on it or anything, I just was like looking at the photo from afar. I thought maybe Urban Decay was coming out with some sort of like, you know, Naked Honey, either like mini palette, or I thought that they were doing something with the mini honey line or the Naked Honey line, because that's what it looked like to me. So when I opened it up and, you know, saw that it was Physicians Formula, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't really see that coming. So I mean, this could be a good option if you wanted to get the Naked Honey, but maybe that was a little bit too expensive for you, because I mean the swatches and everything in here do look so similar to the Naked Honey, which is actually what is on my eyes today. Again, you do also get the mascara and you would get it all for the $18, but looks like it's going to be in stores at CVS, so you'd have to have one in your area. I was talking about last week how we moved away from one. Still very sad about that, okay? Oh man. Let's see, we just have a couple more things to talk about and then we will be done. Il Maquillage is coming out with a new concealer. The name of it is quite interesting. It is F Word, I'm Flawless. That's the name of the concealer. I don't know. It's like one of those things, I would feel really awkward in a video like talking about it and just having to like constantly say the F word. I don't know, it just kind of strange to me. So I'd probably just call it the I'm Flawless concealer and go with that. But this is their multi-use concealer by Il Maquillage. It has 30 shades, a flexible applicator, a natural matte finish, medium to full coverage. It's going to be $26 each and available November 7th. I actually did also just get this sent to me from Il Maquillage. I've been able to get a few of their products recently, which is exciting to me. I got sent over the Carly Bible lip products, which was so exciting. I was so happy to receive that. But the concealers just showed up as well. So Il Maquillage the day after I got the Colourpop, and I'd already kind of tore into the Colourpop and was trying to swatch and try them and all of that. So after I try that a few more times, I will switch over to the Il Maquillage. But let me know if you'd want to see that in an upcoming like trying new makeup video and that sort of thing. So again, $26 for the concealer, a little bit higher price there also, and you can find Il Maquillage on their website. And then just the last thing that I have to talk about is from Glossier. They're coming out with the new Pro Tip Brush Point Liquid Eyeliner for $16. I feel like I have talked about liquid eyeliners so much the past like weeks and even months in Will I Buy It videos. I feel like so many different brands have been putting out different eyeliners. This one's $16. It draws the sharpest line, comes in the truest black, and doesn't budge. I don't feel like I need a new eyeliner at this point. Every time I see another new release from Glossier, I'm like, oh yeah, I keep meaning to like place an order on the Glossier website. There's been a few things over time that I've been interested in grabbing. I also really do like their coconut balm, the coconutbalm.com. I'm not out of mine yet, but I still really like that one. I do like their face cleanser also. I ran out of that. Their brow pencil I've been interested in trying too. So there's a few products that have kind of caught my attention that I keep thinking of making like a Glossier order. If you guys would want to see a video of like full face of Glossier, let me know, because I definitely could do it. But for the eyeliner, I just don't think I need it. I actually talked about the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in my Sephora recommendations video. I did say I thought that one was very good, but I also have the new one from Ofra, the Verified Liquid Liner, and I think that one is really good too. And like I said, there's just seems like a lot of brands are coming out with liquid liner right now, which is kind of funny. So other than that though, I think that is it for this week's video. I think that this is actually going to be a little bit shorter than some of my videos in the past. I know that we've been getting pretty long for a while here, but I hope that you guys enjoyed a new Will I Buy It video. Do let me know what you thought of all the products that I mentioned. What has your attention? What maybe are you skipping over? Again, like I said, I will have my haul video coming up here shortly from the Sephora sale, so stay tuned for that. And other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video.